Well, hello there, and welcome back to my old house in Preston, Maryland. Today is the 21st, no, 19, whatever it is. It's the 20th of November. It's Thanksgiving week, 2023, and we're about a half an hour before sunset, but I wanted to get this video in because it's getting darker. The interior walls have all been primed and the ceilings have all been painted with a ceiling flat white. And I've also been able to install all of the switches and switch plates and all of the receptacles and their plates, as well as all of the ceiling fixtures, which is what I was focused on earlier. In the bedrooms and the living room and the porch and the stairwell, I did a 5-bladed 52-inch ceiling fan. And that is not only controlled by the light switch on the wall, but is also controlled by the pull switches on the fan itself. So I have two methods of switching the light and the fan on or off. So, and you can see that the camera is adjusting to the light. That light there has two LED bulbs in it. I forget what the lumens is on it, but it's sufficient to light up the room for general illumination purposes. So I'm going to turn that off and head into the bathroom, let the camera readjust. So here in the master bathroom, again, the walls have been primed and the ceilings have been painted, and the tub surround has been waterproofed. So my next step here in the tub and on the floor is ceramic tile. But in the meantime, again, the ceiling has been painted with the ceiling flat white, and I have installed LED lights here in the master bathroom. And as is revealed by the change in aperture on the video camera, it's nice and bright. I've got two fixtures over the or in front of the closet, and I've got one over the tub, and one over the toilet, and one over the vanity here in the this section of the master bathroom. So the number of lumens on these is, I think these are 600 each, and there are 5 of them, so that's 3,000 lumens in the space, which certainly is plenty for general illumination. And I wasn't sure if they were going to be overwhelmingly bright, so I did put them on a dimmer. They are dimmable LEDs, and as you can see, as I take the dimmer down to where I've set it, you know, that's certainly enough if you want to stumble around at night to find your way to the sink or the toilet or the closet. So, but anyway, going to put them back up, and that's as bright as they get. So that's here in the master bathroom. And I'm going to turn off that light again. You can see what the difference is as the camera tries to adjust for the lack of lighting, or at least the lighting that's coming through the window here, as we've got about 30 minutes left before sundown. So outside of the master bedroom and outside of the other bedroom, the guest bedroom, I have a switch that illuminates the hall here. So it's sort of a night light. So if you stumble out of bed and you want to illuminate the hall up here, you can by hitting the switch outside the bedroom. And the same operation is accomplished using this switch here again outside of the guest bedroom. So I'm going to turn that off. And you can see those are the fixtures there. Turn off, and the gloom ensues again because we're getting close to sunset. So here in the guest bedroom, again, I've got the ceiling fan operable by the wall switch, as well as the switches on the fan itself. This room has this sitting area, which I have also didn't put a ceiling fan in here. It's too small a space for it, really. But I did put in a light fixture. That light fixture is the same style as the two that are in the hall. And here you can see the outside corners on the opening, as the plaster would have been done back in 1890. But again, all these walls are primed, but the ceilings have been finished in ceiling white, so I could go ahead and put the fixtures in. So that's this room. And again, that one fixture, or this one switch rather, controls both fixtures in this area. Now here in the stairwell, I put in a ceiling fan. Same type of ceiling fan as is in the two bedrooms. This stairwell ceiling fan light fixture is operated by three two-way switches. Actually, one of them is a four-way, but the idea is that this light and the lights in the hall downstairs, there are three fixtures total, can be controlled from three locations. Here at the top of the stairs, by the front door, and also coming out of the kitchen. So again, the fan in the stairwell, with the light in the stairwell, because you want to obviously light up the stairs when you come up the stairs. But this light is sufficient here to illuminate the hallway until you can get to the bedrooms, and you can use the light switch outside the bedroom to illuminate the hall that traverses the width here in the back of the house. So that's the stairwell, and it's good to have I think a ceiling fan in the stairwell, because the stairwell somewhat acts like a chimney and the heat rises, so a lot of heat will come up here from the floor below, and you can use that fan in forward or reverse to redistribute the warmer air. So again, shut it down, the camera adjusts, and this is the other bedroom, and there's likewise a series of LED lights here. There are four of them here. One for the toilet alcove here, one for the shower alcove, one in the soffit over for the vanity, and one here in the location where the washing machine is going to go there, and then the dryer will go here. So that's the situation in the bathrooms. Now, in the bathrooms, again, I have these low-profile ceiling mount LED lights. These are a fixed color. This is a warm white. So I did not choose to or go to the expense of getting a color selectable. It's the bathroom. So I also did not go to the expense of procuring fixtures and also doing the additional wiring for things like sconce at the vanity. This will be plenty of illumination at the vanity, and if it's too much, these lights are on a dimmer, so they can be dimmed, as you see there. And again, full brightness here, plenty of light to work with here in the guest bathroom for the laundry, doing your business on the water closet, taking a shower, etc. So again, you could have done, or anybody could have done, the additional wiring for sconces and had holes in the wall. And then of course you have to decide then, do you want a traditional sconce or contemporary sconce? And if I have the LEDs here, and these are contemporary certainly, then I would have to have gone with contemporary sconces. But again, I like to keep it simple, and I didn't want to go to the expense or the time, because I'm doing all this labor myself. Nobody's doing it for me. So I just kept it simple, and I wanted to have a LED fixture that had sufficient lumens to make sure that I was bright enough, and at the risk of being too bright here in the two bathrooms, I have the dimmer. So that takes it down to, so you don't get blinded by the light when you're stumbling around in the middle of the night. Okay, so that's here. I presently have one light fixture in the attic, but it's a compact fluorescent bulb. For the time being, it's just a temporary. So that just sheds a little light if it's pitch black outside and I just need to peek upstairs. So I'm going to go downstairs, and again, all of the light fixtures in the house are LED. I do have two porch lights. Right now they are compact fluorescent bulbs, but I will probably change them over to LED. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there for a final product. But anyway, here in the hall, this fixture here is the same as the one in the sitting area of the guest bedroom, and the two up there in the hall. You can see that one way up there. So, however, the original owner, I'm sorry, the previous owner had left me a light fixture. This light fixture is about 20 years old. It is a little grander than that, and I'm going to actually turn off the lights to see if the video camera will pick it up. And so there's the newest fixture, same as the ones upstairs, and then here is the older fixture. This one is about 20 years old. It was originally designed for incandescent, but I put LED bulbs inside. There are 3 LED bulbs. So that fixture is a little fancier. It's got, you know, like a pseudo alabaster shade. It's got a more pronounced finial on the bottom, and it's an antiqued trim. So I thought that was appropriate for the hall, as the fixture is a little grander. But what I wanted to do is, and that would have been a fixture that you would have seen in 1890, that style. But what I wanted to do was to have something similar to that in some of the other spaces. So in the hallway, here in the dining room, which will eventually get a chandelier, but temporarily I've put in the same fixture as is in the upstairs hall. And I've also put that in the powder room down here on the first floor. So that is in keeping with the traditional style of the house. So this is the one that's in the powder room. And again, the trim ring, flush mount ceiling, alabaster shade, and a very subdued finial to hold the shade in place. But that was the idea. Was these fixtures were, I thought they were nice, and they kind of go with the big fixture in the front hall. So here in the kitchen, I put in LED fixtures. These are color selectable. These are on a multi-way switch. I have 5 lights that light up all at once. I have these 4 sort of around where the island will go, and I have one over here in this section of the kitchen. These are, I think these are 900 lumens each, and they are color selectable. They just snap out of their retaining ring, and this color here is warm white, which is fine as far as I'm concerned. Somebody can make it a more stark white, but I didn't want to do that because I want to have earth tones with an accent color here in the kitchen, and I think the warm white is going to be the best selection to bring that out. But if it turns out not to be the case, again, there are 5 selectable colors on these LED lights, and what you can't determine here is that these are not recessed lights. These are what they call like pucks. So they're a surface mount, and they snap into a plate that's attached to the box in the ceiling, so they're very easy to undo from their mount, change the color, replace the fixture, whatever's necessary. But with the lights on, with the very small trim ring that these have, it's difficult to distinguish as to whether or not these are actually recessed. So this is a contemporary look. And here in the kitchen, I didn't do any other lighting. I don't plan to have mood lighting. I didn't plan to have task lighting. If I need to do something under the upper cabinets when they're installed, I'll do a battery-powered light and call it a day. So that's what's going on here with the lighting in the kitchen. And again, I'm going to turn it off, and we will lose the brightness in the room, as I say, because we're headed towards sundown. Out here on the back porch, I put in a ceiling fan, and because I like to have the ceiling fan on the porch. During the winter months here, with all the windows here on the porch, I get a lot of solar gain in the morning, so by 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, this room is nice and warm, despite the fact that it might be 35 or 40 degrees outside. And that's the energy of the sun coming in and being captured in the room by these modern windows. So the switch here will control this light and fan here, and this will also control the light that is yet to be installed outside. So obviously I can turn off the light here in the porch with the pull switch on the fan, and then when I turn on the light, I'll actually be turning on the outside light, which is a dual spotlight LED, 2750 lumens, so that should be plenty to kind of, have plenty of light here at the back of the porch and part of the yard. So that's kind of what's going on with the lights here. And as I say again, all of the drywall has been primed, and all of the ceilings have been primed and painted with the ceiling flat. And I wanted to get the lights installed, so I have somewhat of a semblance of a house. And here in the dining room, again, this will be a chandelier, but that's the light fixture there, same as the one in the upstairs hall, in the powder room, in the sitting room. And so as you can see, the room is cleared out of everything. And the floor, while it is old and you know, kind of beat up, isn't that bad. I've hit this with some Murphy's Oil soap and a Scotch-Brite scrubby where necessary. Floors were dirty, they still are a little bit dirty, but all in all, you know, it doesn't look too bad for a floor that's been around for I don't know how many decades. Again, this is not the original floor. This was installed after the house was finished. I don't know when this was installed, but it's not a bad looking floor, and the room came out quite nice. So as far as the casings go, I think this room, the dining room, is where I will be reusing the original casework if I have enough, and in the other rooms I'll do something else, but in keeping with a similar style, traditional style. And then I'm close to getting a certificate of occupancy. I've got to do some of the casework, and just finished up the bathroom lights today. And I think once I get some of that casework in, then I should be able to call for a final inspection. Again, I've got in all of my receptacles and switches and light fixtures. So my neighbor next door was very happy to see lights on in the house, which she hasn't seen in, you know, maybe 10 years. So that was a pleasant surprise for her, and as me as well. But as I say, I wanted to get these in because I just wanted to have a sense of progress toward living space. So that's that. Here on the first floor, I will be installing a smoke detector here in the kitchen, and there it is right there. Code doesn't require a smoke detector in the kitchen or the living room or the dining room. I think it does require one in the hall downstairs, so I'll be putting one in there. But I did wire for future in case for the living room and the dining room. Upstairs, each bedroom requires a smoke detector, and the hallway requires a smoke detector. So I'll be installing 3 smoke detectors on the second floor, and they're all interconnected and they're all hardwired with a 10-year lithium battery should there be a power failure and a fire breaks out. So, but I've done an extremely conscientious job with the wiring, making sure that when things get stuffed back in the box, that nothing is getting pinched. Make sure that all the wire nuts are firmly attached to all the wires, and the wires are firmly secured by the wire nut. So I'm confident that I shouldn't have any problems. All the electrical work that I've ever done in the past, I've never had any trouble with the a subsequent problem, you know, failure or short or anything like that. So that's what's happening with the lighting here at the house in Preston. And I've been holding this camera up toward the ceiling so you can see all the lights. And that's going to be it for this video. And we'll see you in the next one.